Which review fits your topic best? So which review you're most interested in?
Yeah, I did not exactly read the program yet, but I know that there are many discussions about decision making at the end of life decisions, and that's very important for our institution, for me personally too.
So we're talking about limits in those 3 days.
Yes.
How important is it to talk about limits?
It's very important because we are getting to the limits of financing the healthcare system. We are getting to limits of ethical decisions, what is allowed to do and what is not allowed to do. Can we treat patients with terminal diseases, with very hard treatments, with very expensive treatments? Is this ethical or not? And that's, for me, that's a very important question.
So what are you expecting if you talk about those things with the people?
I'm expecting to get answers, especially also from young researchers. I'm an old guy, and for me it's important to know also the view of the younger generation. That's very important for me.
I look forward to this. I wanted to participate in this conference. Also, I won it in the Nationale Wettbewerb last April, and I think it will be very good. I think fun. Yeah, I think it's a very interesting topic, and about the actuality. I think it's very important now with the construction, I think, of Europe, for example, between Switzerland and so on. Yeah.
Ja, das ganze Thema der Grenzen, der Überschreitung der Grenzen und die Tatsache, dass eigentlich das Ausloten der Grenzen, ich bin Physiker und das Ausloten der Grenzen ist für Naturwissenschaftler einfach das, wofür sie leben. Und das hat mich interessiert.
In welchem Bereich sehen Sie denn die größte Notwendigkeit, damit wir über Grenzen sprechen?
Ja, heutzutage haben wir Grenzen, geografische, aber haben wir auch wissenschaftliche Grenzen, haben wir politische Grenzen. Also ich glaube, früher haben wir etwas mehr Probleme mit den wissenschaftlichen Grenzen und heute haben wir mehr Probleme mit den politischen Grenzen.
Wie ist Ihre persönliche Beziehung zu Grenzen? Gibt es irgendwie Grenzerfahrungen, die...
Ja, das merken Sie an der Sprache, ich komme vom östlichen Teil von Europa und ich musste über die Grenze, damals war sie noch eiserner Vorhang, musste ich ziemlich schwarz herüber und ich habe zu Grenzen durchaus persönliche Beziehung. Negative in diesem Sinne.
Okay.
Ja, es ist die Frage, ob Medizin eigentlich, man müsste sagen, Grenzen in der Medizin. Vielleicht ist es ja nur ein Meilenstein jeweils, den man erreicht. Und die Forschung nachher weitergeht und die Möglichkeiten weitergehen. Aber wenn man Grenzen sieht oder sucht, dann sind es ja oft ethisch-moralische oder eben auch juristische. Und wir werden das dann vor allem auch beleuchten. Und nicht, ist es jetzt möglich, gentechnisch etwas zu verändern, weil technisch ist es machbar. Aber was sind die Folgen davon?
I think this theme we have chosen is really exciting because I don't have a really expectation because there are no borders in the theme and so also in the answers. It's just I think a round for thinking. It's a place to be for 3 days, to be away from the daily job. I think every presentation will bring some new ideas, some new explanations about life. So this is the thing we talk about here in the end. Yeah.
I think it was a very nice thing to do. It was not the first summer school that I did, obviously, but it was the first one which had a completely international composition. So we had 16 students from 12 different countries, from 4 different continents, believe it or not, which is a very, heterogeneous composition, as I said, and it was very interesting to see how the students with their different backgrounds interact with each other, and also how they came together as a kind of group with a real group dynamic over the week. It was 1 week, you know. I mean, we are at the first day today, so there were just 2 talks right now, but I think what we've heard so far, I think was very interesting for the students, particularly, you know, when it comes to science policy. The second talk by the Vice President Research at ETH, that was very stimulating, I think also for the students, because the students these are the young scientists of tomorrow, and the way in which science policy develops will immensely affect their careers. So when Detlef Günther says we have to get away from all the ranking and rating stuff, from the quantification, and that's a very interesting message. Of course, this doesn't mean that it has happened already, you know, but I think it's very interesting first steps.